Talks and the spotlight on Zed Key as we're getting ready for the season. Zed, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I guess what's wild is here we are ready to play some basketball. Let's go back. A year ago, mental health game, Dayton, Ohio State. Mm-hmm. You're on the other team. Year later, now you're wearing that Dayton jersey. Just talk about the last year and sort of jumping into the transfer portal and looking back at that game and sort of looking at Dayton as an option.
I mean, when we played last year, it was a great game, great atmosphere. You know, the crowd was intense. You know, it actually felt like a real game. So, you know, going out through the whole season with Ohio State, you know, played and talking to my family at the end of the season, it was the best for me to go into the transfer portal. So, you know, weighing the options between the schools, took a visit here to Dayton and, you know, just loved it here so much and loved the program, loved the coaches, and, you know, just ultimately made the decision to come here. And, you know, I loved it ever since.
Flyer fans are really excited. And what I find interesting about your situation is there's some familiar faces. And I'm sure in that process of trying to decide that next spot, did that play a role? And I'm only saying that knowing sort of your past with the likes of Malachi Smith and Posh Alexander and even looking at Kobe Bryant.
I mean, yes, obviously I looked at the roster from before coming here and did the research, but you know, ultimately, you know, when I took my visit here and was speaking with the coaches, you know, I had trust in them and they had trusted me, and I just made the decision to come here. And as I said before, it's been great ever since. You know, the weight program, the basketball program, you know, the coaching staff, the workouts. It's been going great so far, and just no complaints.
Amongst those guys that I named, New York guys, and you're a New York guy, and you grew up playing against some of those guys, playing with them too.
Yeah, I played, so Posh and Mally, I played Mally in high school when I was with Lehigh, and we beat his team pretty badly. But, you know, I played with Posh on some, you know, city teams, tournament teams, and against Posh. I played against some other guys as well, but, you know, it was fun, competitive times.
Is there some excitement in sort of going back to the East Coast for a couple of trips this year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I love going back to the East Coast. You know, all my family gets to come to the games. You know, they be out there strong and, you know, cheering for the team, and, you know, it brings energy. I just playing for my family.
Talking about energy, you've been able to do that for your career. For Flyer fans, what can they sort of expect? How do you describe your game?
I mean, I just try to bring energy, you know, on and off the court. You know, just try to be the everyday guy, just humble. You know, just, you know, on the court. You know, I have my little celebrations here, here and there that I do. But you know, just all fun and just, you know, keeping the game fun and just for the love of the game.
You mentioned the celebrations, and I know those finger guns were like that were a big hit at Ohio State. You plan on bringing that back here? For one more year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's not going nowhere. Raise the roof and finger guns.
So how is it? Give it to me.
All right. So and one is just, you know, finger guns when I get it. You know, and, you know, every time I dunk, you know, raise the roof. You know, that's it.
How'd the finger guns come about?
So I did it in high school. Like, I just did more arm movement when I was back in high school. When I got to college, I did it at Ohio State, and it just caught on from there. I just did it with just less arm movement, and it just caught on from there.
Well, we look forward to seeing it in the arena for this year. I want to step outside and focus our attention off the court. You have quite the crew at your house. You got some really cool pets. Describe your family.
All right, so I have a ball python that I had since my freshman year at college. I wanted something that was low maintenance. I wanted a pet, so it was low maintenance, so I got a ball python. And then at the beginning of this year, I got a cat. I got a little kitty, 3 months old, and, you know, been raising him ever since.
And they get along?
Yes, they do. I mean, they don't really interact that much. I mean, the cat knows what the snake is, but he's usually in the tank, so they don't really interact.
Another really cool thing is you're big into cars. And how'd that come about? Because you got some pretty cool rides.
Yeah. So I've been around cars all my life. You know, my dad has a lowrider and a couple cars, my grandfather. So, growing up, I've always been around cars. So, I have a couple cars myself, I have a lowrider and some others as well, just it's like, that's my passion off the court, whenever I'm not playing basketball or working out, I'm doing something with cars.
Unlimited cash, you got all the coin. What are your 3 dream cars?
We're gonna be here for a minute. Oh boy. So I don't know. I'll probably get like a Lamborghini. Like, I'm old, so Lamborghini Murcielago. That's one. Oh boy. It's gonna be hard.
I'm surprised you haven't thought of this.
Yeah, well, it's so hard because I like so many cars, and there's so many out there. So it's just hard for me to put 3 cars that I really want. But Lamborghini Mercy is probably one. Probably a Porsche. I want a 911 Turbo S. They're just cool.
Anything old school?
So, I would want a 64 Impala, 1964 Impala, because I have a Lincoln Town car already. That's the lowrider, and the 64s are, Ice Cube. Everybody have one. It's a big staple in the lowrider community. So, I would love to get a 64.
Well, we're really happy that you're riding with the Flyers these days. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.